Okay, looks like we're back. So we're continuing the Revenant Necromancer for the sudden death tournament. Right now, Kunix is out in front. I tried to look at his morgue just to get a sense of what he's doing. He got bonus 1, so he's not like ignoring bonuses or anything or gods. But it's not really important. So let's get back into it. Where we left off, let's get this looking good. We're up to Elf 2 cleared. Sans Hall of Blades. And considering how tight the XP is going to be in this run, I may just have to do it. And actually, I think I'm just going to go grab this while I'm thinking about it. Yeah, I need all these rings. I can probably drop the Mind Burst. And at this point, like, all the scrolls in the world don't make any sense. We're pretty well committed to Ascetic. That's still going on. We may very well lose the run just trying for that. But I don't know. The competition is good enough and close enough that I do feel obligated to go for it regardless. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, gloves we're gonna put on just because I'm pretty scared in Elf, and I think what is it, 19 versus 22? Yeah, I mean it's 3 damage for 2.3 AC. It's, you know, if I was just meleeing, it wouldn't really be worth the trade-off, but we're basically trying to be a spellcaster. We're gonna get Rime Blight here in a second once we get another level of spellcasting. And obviously the claws doesn't affect, like, we're doing some throwing. It's not very strong, but it's a decent option right now. Hey Gnome, what's up? We're doing the sudden death tournament, trying to do Ascetic. Maybe not a great week for it, but there's only 2 weeks left, so I don't really have many options to try and get it. Yeah, I just want to see what is in here, just in case I missed anything. We're not going all the way to chainmail. We need the resists from our scale. I'm curious what. Alright, Rime Blight's at 34 with the leather. So that's a really big difference, like 50% off. Obviously it doesn't matter for Enkindle. But I don't think there's anything to really do. Like, we don't have any money. We just spent the last of it on Rime Blight. You know, nothing to it but to do it at this point. So let's check out 3. Consumables don't matter. Let's just see what's going on. Okay. Yeah, I can deal with this. I don't know why, because they're not in range for Hailstorm. Now that one is. Yeah, we'll just take you out. Okay. And they're never gonna close the gap. Clearly Hailstorm isn't strong enough to just kill it on its own. So let's actually try that. Just see if that makes a difference. Alright, well, we got there eventually. Yeah, this is probably going to be pretty painstaking at this point. This is where, this is where it's going to get tough. Ascetic through Dungeon and Orc, it's not really a big deal. Elf 3, pretty dicey. If we just take it slow and just don't do anything too stupid. We're working towards spellcasting. We'll get Rime Blight in a second, like definitely before the end vault. So it's just about getting to that point right now. Yeah, it's heavy, so it's really fucking hard. No Grave Claw. How are you with Disjunction? Nice. I mean, it's doing something. We'll do this. In 3-3, they still have. Come on. They still have the regular poison dart mulch rate. In Trunk, they just got changed to be like Curari, but they basically don't mulch. At least it's pretty rare for it. It's the same as poison darts. This. I don't care about Mind Burst. Yeah, we'll just get spiders out. We could use some help. Alright, spellcasting's there. I just want more health, I think. 113 is not exciting to me. Okay. That went well. Reap's still going, really good. Let's try and get some more stuff. Alright, we've got a decent squad right now. So let's try and capitalize on this. let's grab ReNe Blight before we forget. And 4 memories, so we get, you know, 4 free casts of it. Obviously we're not casting it without Enkindle, but it's pretty much our only option for the Elf End Vault. Like, nothing else is going to do it, besides like Apocalypse. We can only really do that once, at least once a fight. So, kind of want to peck away at it as long as I can with ReNe Blight. Ooh. Hey, Demon. Demonstrator. We're still in it. This doesn't look good, though. Let's do this. Just let the zombies do stuff. I'm probably wasting them, actually. I'm not happy about this. Pretty laggy, which is very fun. Yeah, managed to avoid this yesterday, but sometimes this shit just gets unplayably laggy, basically. Like, I'm getting a network error and stuff too. My bitrate is tanking. So I don't know if it's my internet. It probably is, but we're just gonna push on. Because what's the alternative? Infinite will, that's not gonna work. Of course, I'm getting pincered. Not great. Not a great situation. And Aqua, Water Elemental. I think these have goodwill. Yeah, they do. Fuck. Kind of cooperating. That's nice of him. Literally will not hit. Just the options on this character are really abysmal. Yeah, we'll do that because I'm a little worried. Hold still. There we go. Back to this. Of course. Alright, we lost the zombie horde, so we're in worse shape now for the end vault. Sacks so far have been potion stuff, which, you know, inconsequential doing Ascetic, so they seem like good choices. Stealth, who cares? couple Arcana, and 2 experience sacks. So we're kind of behind on HP and MP. Spell levels, I guess, but pretty happy with those sacks, honestly. Nothing that's like really, really painful long term. The levels make a difference on Apocalypse, but I don't think they were great. And of course, it's Holy Wrath. Yeah, out of Graveclaw, Holy Wrath. The Disjunction was working pretty well, so that's basically the option. All right, we got lucky. Probably just follow up with Boomerangs. And just keep hoping to get lucky. Okay, good. Not as disastrous as it could have been. And I really shouldn't be auto-exploring. Well, they can't open doors. Yeah, well, I don't want to deal with the alarm trap. We'll just come at it this way. Hello? Okay, not cooperating at all. That's not good. Six drain, not that big a deal. But clearly, oh, all right. Found the end vault. So first instinct is Apocalypse. What did we take there? Yeah, Damnation. 9 shouts, really not great. Everything's gonna be coming. Rhymeblade value is not incredible. Could reap an Apocalypse, but I have a feeling it's not going to kill anything. The low stealth apt, or like the sacrifice mattering there, demon. Because like I only would have had 3 stealth. I wasn't going to train anymore. But yeah, I kind of doubt, even with 3 stealth, that opening that door wouldn't have woken anything up. Yeah, I'm not mad about it on this character. I don't value stealth very much anyways, on most things. I mean, the Hex Wands are basically pointless, right? They all have like 3 pips of will. So Hex Wands aren't going to do anything. If I Apocalypse, I can't leap away. Sorcerer can haste and catch up. Annihilator can blink and catch up. If I go left, they're probably triggering the alarm trap. Yeah, no, I'm trying to do an Ascetic rune, but just like trying to do it with these conducts as well. So I can't enter lair, which means I can't do any S branches, which means I can't get the rune from an S branch. So I have to go like on this ridiculous path through Orc and Elf, and then Depths, and then get the Abyss rune, and then I can, use consumables. But I have to get through Elf and Depths, and Abyss before I can do that. I mean, it's probably like that was 41 damage from just one of them. Like, it's probably not worth it. This is feeling really dangerous. I can get over here. Still within line of sight. Pretty sure Damnation is... That's 6 range, but it's basically full screen. Yeah, I don't know. I got all the wands. The other evocables I don't have the money for. I think I spent my money pretty properly, but Alright, we'll do this. I'm gonna APOC and just run away and pop up to Hall of Blades and just work off the drain I get a little bit. Assuming I can survive this and get away. Alright, cool. Anti-magic, paralyze. Not horrible drain, but not amazing either. And he avoided the trap. He's probably actually worth fighting with anti-magic, right? It's not, obviously not ideal, but yeah, I feel like I want to just try a little bit. Okay, and I can probably get him to one Grave Claw. Alright, core didn't do much. Do I have? No, I don't. Alright. Okay, that went better than I thought it would. Not totally disastrous. But from here, probably just more mana, honestly. Like, having 8 for Apocalypse is really important. So we'll keep going with that Hall of Blades plan a little bit. Okay. I kind of want to... Jesus Christ. These things are invincible. Dart's my only slaying. Alright, so we're probably going to need a slaying ring for dancing weapons, because that's I can't just do that back and forth. without it. But let's get probably one more thing. I guess three more things. I don't have a choice. Can't take the elect off, so I'm gonna go slaying over the will. And I don't want that thing on me. There we go. That works. See if I can get it off again. Okay. It's too much. I'm just taking too much at once. It's getting annoying. We're still on slaying. And down here. Okay. Almost all the drain off. God damn it. You have Holy Wrath or something? No. A regular short sword. You're just kicking my ass. I think you have Goodwill. Yep. Good old vamp drain. Okay. Let's get the darts. Did I throw one off into the distance? I don't know. These guys are not getting the message that I'm not here to fight. Alright, that's enough of that. Back to 3. We lost 2 darts, not a big deal. Still Ascetic. The ring. Yeah, I don't want to deal with the abyss. Well, so actually, now that I think about it, okay. Theory crafting here. Let's take a step back. If we... Yeah, so like my plan was to just, you know, get the Abyss rune, but do it through the Depths portal, right? So I would have to... I would want to get the elf experience and, you know, try and clear most of Depths. I'd at least have to find the Abyss portal. But I'm wondering if the play might be to let myself get Abyssed from an elf, and then just like get the Abyss rune. Like, what is that? Is that totally off base? Is that? I think it would be legal. Like, yes, and like it's fine for this, and then it's fine for that. And then I don't have to keep doing this Ascetic bullshit. Like, I can deal with this scary elf shit with consumables. I don't know. I feel like that's not the worst idea. Does anyone have any thoughts or experience doing something like that? Like intentionally getting Abyss in Elf? Or even just like accidentally and then getting the Abyss rune before coming back. I feel like I've done that before. Yeah, what do you think, Demon? Because I honestly think it might be the smartest play here. I feel like Abyss 3 is probably less dangerous than the Elf 3 Endvol, right? Like, I don't imagine it's worse. Yeah, that's a good point, Raga. I could just get, I could just get dunked past Abyss 3. Yeah, and the vaults and Abyss are really variable, but counterpoint, Apocalypse. Ooh, yeah, no, a holy vault in Abyss would be pretty catastrophic. Yeah, I feel like I'm talking myself back out of it because it's, it's probably better the devil you know, right? Like I've done Elf 3, 100, 200 times at this point. I know what to expect. I don't really have the tools to deal with it. At least not the ones I'm used to. Like normally I'd be doing, immolation and poison scrolls and, hasting and brilliance and all that jazz, but I don't know, because obviously I can't clear Elf and then keep the option open, right? Like I have to keep some banishers alive if I'm gonna do that. Like Abyss, because I'm undead, I can't get mutated. I can't, none of that can happen, but I can still get really severely drained from a bunch of mutations, which would be even worse with Rue, right? I can picture myself getting drained down to like 50 health in the Abyss really quickly. Yeah, we'll just keep trying Elf. Like, we know where the end vault is now. It wasn't a complete disaster. We were able to reset. We have some wiggle room with Hall of Blades experience if we drain ourselves more with Rue. I'll keep trying Elf for at least a bit. Oh, thank God, cheap followers. Yeah. Yeah, our missile. Yeah. Alright. Oh, and he can even... I'm pretty sure the LRD works on me. as a Revenant. So he's quite dangerous. Alright, not that dangerous. I mean, one-on-one, they're not... You know, he didn't really use many spells on me, but... I think it's fine if I can not double move and get them separated. But that's, I mean, that's the main challenge. It's just isolating stuff. And with no stealth, that's just going to be harder. So I think we just go back up to the right and like loop back around, because I don't want to. It is possible that stuff falls off. And I'd just rather be closer to a stair. Okay. 3 Grave Claws, at least something. I really want to be doing this with ramparts, like, so. Yeah, one more. Okay. Alright, well, that didn't last long. And away he goes again. Let's do that. Streamlabs is telling me that my stream is disconnecting, but I don't know if I trust it. So I'm just going to keep going. Assume it works itself out. Though I'm definitely having internet issues. I don't know if you can hear and see, but like my inputs aren't really going through cleanly. This is worth that at least. Alright, that was painful. That was also really painful. Alright, power. Can't charm. Hey, thanks for following, Raga. Let's... Oop, stream is down. Okay. Saying dropped frames. Says live. Refresh that. Says 1 viewer. Refresh chat. Okay now? Okay, alright. Overly suicidal. Yeah, I think it's my router, honestly. It's like 5 years old. I just need to call. I need to call the ISP and get a new one. But we gotta use this charming, or ugh. I mean, we could die this turn. This isn't good. So do that. All right, this is much better now. Everyone get him, boys. One, maybe. Let's keep him there so he'll... Alright, he's dead. Cool. And that'll be fine. Okay, we're living, right? We're not out of it yet. going. Damnation. Come here. That's too many damnations, honestly. But if I keep this one on top of me, the other ones shouldn't use damnation. So I can maybe do that. Well, now this is garbage. Yeah, they can still smite me. This isn't a real solution. Now let's just back off. Some regen. Okay. This is at least better. I'm still gonna keep going. And this is pretty good line of sight control. I can get to the stairs pretty quickly. 2 Graveclaw, let's do something. Alright, this is working pretty well, actually. I mean, we probably have to do weird, janky stuff like this in order to actually clear the end vault. But we could get there. One Graveclaw. What is... Does he just kick ass? Like, he's destroying the... Oh, that must have been a Rue Aura. Yeah, the redirect. Okay. Okay, there's the Demonologist. I don't think we're doing the Abyss shenanigans, honestly. There's no disto weapons anywhere, so I guess we're committed to the Elf End Vault. Another factor for me is just the loot in the End Vault. Like, that could be a really big boon for the character if I find something really strong. And I'm just not going to get anything out of Abyss besides experience, and I think doing this is the smarter thing overall. Oh, I can do that, cool. Well, you're lasting longer than you should. Alright, no big deal. Back at it. Yeah, getting way further than I should be, honestly. Doing elf with level 3 spells, just vamp draining, ramparts, hailstorm, and Graveclaw. Like, this isn't a real thing. This should not be working. But we're still alive, so I'm not gonna question it too hard. Alright, fully explored over here. I really liked this positioning. Yeah, if we can keep doing that. I'm normally not one to shout lure, but this is hard enough that it calls for it. Yeah. All right. You come with me. Don't land on that. Eight is at least like the MP soft cap, so I can feel kind of okay about getting to a decent amount of MP. It's still not good. 5 shouts, okay. There's the Blade Master. They're probably the hardest thing for us to deal with, honestly. Yeah, 104 health. The fire vuln doesn't really matter. This might be the time to enkindle and use Rime Blight. Yeah, he's extra dangerous because of the scales. Yeah, good Iraga. He still hasn't noticed me. I don't have stealth, but all right. Well, there he is. His evasion is too good. He does have goodwill. Yeah, he's definitely the biggest obstacle. Him and Master Archers. Yeah, they're good scales, definitely. We might actually wear those if we can survive him, which I'm not confident in. Not at all. I could blink him with flame for fun. That'd be kind of funny. Spiders is inert. It's only 33%. Yeah, we're just walking away as far as we can. But this is where it gets real. Eight EV versus the Blade Master, yeah. Yeah, and a Master Archer can just pretty much just delete me if they feel like it. But I probably shouldn't have walked this far. But I can at least... Okay, sweet. He's blind. Thank you, Rue. But let's just get... Phew. Ow. Alright, so even being blind, that didn't really save us in any kind of way. Our melee is okay now, but... Alright, so here's what we're doing. We're just... Because Vamp Draining doesn't miss, and we've got like the Slay on, I think we can kill him if we just dump all of our mana on Vamp Drains with Ramparts up. Right, with he keeps getting stunned by Conviction, so he's just kind of... Alright, he's walking away. Yeah, it's not gonna do much, but it's something. Like, I think it's worth the 3 mana. So I can still draw out power. I really don't want to use Enkindle on one guy. I understand I might have to live, but I'm not happy about that. Heavily wounded, life force, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, hits you with the rapier. Severely wounded. I mean, you can't really eyeball this stuff. I don't know, maybe 40 health. He has 150% speed. He hits like a goddamn truck. I'll risk one more vamp drain. Yeah, it wasn't a great choice. But I think we win with draw out power, right? Yeah, okay. So he's definitely sketchy. Like they're, you know, the Blade Masters are gonna be a serious trial. But I think if we lean on Vamp Drain, like we can probably take him out, especially if we get one that doesn't have double RC. Like Ramparts would have done so much damage there if he wasn't double cold resist, right? It would have been way smoother. That's why you don't double tap. Okay. Here is horrible scenario number 2, and we are down on health. No RC or anything. That's something. I can back up one step and close the door, but like even just the one step, I think he can kill me. So that's really not good. I don't think they have amazing will. It's plenty good. Their EV, I don't think is very good. Yeah, 56. So disjunction is an idea. Ring swapping, I don't think is it. I mean, it's either move and close door or throw disjunction and hope that works. I think if we disjunction and he gets put off screen and then we close door, we can almost definitely get to the stairs before he can get back to us. He could also land on the alarm trap. He could also double tap us next turn and kill us. The dart can miss. The safest thing is power leaping away. It doesn't drain. He's not fast. That's, yeah. Yeah, there's no need to do that in anything less than an ideal situation. Like even this, we can just kind of we can go down another one, but I mean, it's probably a bad idea to stair dance this. Yeah, see why. Still 66% to hit. Really not good. Not at all. Yeah, that's not good. Gotta do that. More drain. If we survive this, we probably gotta do more Hall of Blades. But what is the play here? Swapping to protection is probably not a bad idea. He's probably there now. Yeah, he can't see me until he gets right there. So definitely protection. But now what? There's no running at this point. We're already exhausted. We might have to enkindle. Disjunction doesn't really save us. Jesus. Yeah, this is really not good. Can't use anything until it expires. Anything I'm missing? I don't really think so. That's what sucks about this. 2 Graveclaw, whatever. Yeah, like what is the option besides fight? I don't think there is one. I think we go slaying. Oh, there he is. Alright, he's blinded still. He moved cleverly, so that's bad for us. Yeah, I think 74% because he's glowing. I guess Rue gave him Corona. That's probably the only... Can he not attack while he's being disjointed? He comes into, like, I think he had opportunities to hit me, but maybe line of sight got broken. I don't know. Going up feels really dangerous, but staying does too. Blind, unable to see you. So what is the difference between blind and unable to see you? Is that just the same status, or can he just not fire at us because of that? I don't know the answer. So yeah, looking at this over and over isn't going to do anything. I think it's just go upstairs and hope that like we get lucky, or there's some, like, he misses, there's some status unable to see you that does something. I don't really have a good option, so wish me luck. Cool. All right. Unable to see you mon status. Unable to see you because you are invisible. Aha! Okay, so it was a distinct thing. May stumble and lose track of you. Can't make attacks of opportunity. Okay, so... Right, I didn't have like an invis status from Rue, but I guess that effect is essentially invis. Thank you for looking that up. It did work out, fortunately. That status is probably what saved us, but I feel like it would be really dumb. Yeah, just look through the source code for me real quick. If you can read source code, that's a huge deal. I know I can't. Like, if I go back down there, I feel like I'm just gonna get into the same situation or worse. So at the very least, I need to go to a different staircase. But before that, let's work off some. Yeah, let's work off some drain first. Yeah, I can't. He definitely makes the level more dangerous, for sure. Yeah, I mean, at the very least, I can clear drain with Hall of Blades, and then, like, you know, keep pecking at Elf 3. You know, with Rue abilities. But it's just not gonna be easy. At least I'm okay at melee right now. 2 Graveclaw, you should. Yeah, that's fine. And yeah, I still have RF. For them, I just need to remember Aralek for Zephyrmancers. But like with the Pry and the Slay Ring, like I'm passable in melee. Like I can deal with a dancing weapon. Right, like that's not bad. Yeah, okay. This is probably the last one. Yeah, 124. I don't need it to be perfect, and I don't want to overshoot, and I don't want to screw myself for the next time I have drain. So, right, that's the... Oh, that's not the bad one. Okay. So back down here, we've got 2 disjunctions still on the floor. Reflection to, like, reflection might be the play here for those archers, because then stair dancing becomes a better option, right? Like if we just, you know, sit on a stair, go down, hope for him to plink himself to death. If he hits us instead, just go back up. But between Rue and Reflection, they have a pretty good chance of killing themselves. It's just... Yeah, he's in the way. So... Let's... How do I want to go at this? I guess south. Yeah, there he is. Lag. Please. I just want to play. All right. Are we back? No, we're not. This is what I have to deal with all the time. I'm glad y'all can at least see it, because it's awful. Nobody should have to play this way. You can hear me just trying to get out of this, and it's just not. Just doesn't care. It's like I'm not. Yeah, the WebSocket connection closed. So this is a frequent occurrence. Okay. Are we going to cooperate this time? At least somewhat. Can't really tell. Yeah, so if I go up to the left, it breaks line of sight. Okay. And then up one more would do the same. that gets him close to us, but like I still don't know what the plan for him really is. We could APOC, like we could get silly and just APOC a single deep elf. I'm not happy about that. Could keep trying to go up. Like I could power leap away and reset this, but he's kinda, I mean, I could go up and around to get back to the end vault, but I just know he's gonna end up hearing me and pincering me. So it's not good. Let's see. Okay, so my Streamlabs keeps giving me crap, and I don't think it knows what it's talking about. Do we have to just rely on Rue to save us? Like, that's probably all it really is. We might have to enkindle, get up to him, and just spam Vamp Drain to kill him. Like, but we just have to fight him. So, yeah, no getting around it. Yep. Yeah, we just go straight to enkindle. I can't. Yeah, that's awful. Really, really bad. Very, very bad. Very bad. This is probably APOC, like... I don't think draw out power is going to cut it. I think the only thing that might save me is APOC. Hopefully it kills him or paralyzes him, right? Like what else could we do? Just hits for so fucking much. Alright, time to die. Ah, sweet. Thanks, Rue. Jesus Christ. Shit is so stressful. Is one elf. I can't kill one elf. Yeah, the Aura of Power Ruin Viz. Yeah. Basically invisibility. Give me 1 second to restart, just because Streamlabs keeps giving me lip, and I got some tip at one point that connecting to a specific server might solve these kinds of issues, but just 1 sec, I'll be right back. Okay, so hopefully we're back now. Hopefully Streamlabs has a better time, because it's just giving me a bunch of lip. Right, no idea. Right, no idea. Nope, that's not it. Yeah, we'll watch that. Okay. Bitrate seems fine. Okay, let's get back to it. So drained all the way down to 111 from APOCing a single Master Archer. Very not good. One might even say bad, honestly. I mean, it's very strong language, but it seems pretty bad. Executioner's Axe. We're on that train. Yeah. I mean, for real? Two out of 3. Like, we're right back in the same situation. Oh my fucking god. Yeah, we might just die to the Spectral Axe. Like, we're so weak. Illuminate in Retribution. So I guess I have bonus hit chance on that one. But it can do 55 damage. Like, what the fuck? Okay, so let's at least do this. Really not a good situation. But we can do that, and it's fine. But we have to fight tooth and nail for every inch in this game right now, and I don't like it. If I can be honest about it, alright, identifies something. That's interesting. Yeah, this is really hard and really stressful. I'm tempted to give it up just because it's... Yeah, that's what I figured, Demon, just because they were... Like, it would be weird for the status text on the monster to be like, blind, comma, unable to see you, if it was only blind, right? Like, it should just say blind if they're blinded. So my intuition there was that there was a secondary effect going on. Okay, so it can stack the unable to see you on top of the blindness, or maybe independent of it. Either way, yeah, that's really a big deal. Like, I hate it. Be honest, I hate it. Yeah, I'm not enjoying this. Probably not playing it well, but I'm not enjoying it. Jeez. So is blindness the same as invis, or is it the unable to see you the same as invis? I would think it would be the unable to see you. Like blindness, I think is just like an accuracy penalty. Yeah. Okay. So it is basically you're just invisible to a specific thing. Okay. So I could sack. That's like my only option. I've got no enkindle. I have one dart. The knight has to move to hit me. I mean, those both hitting me, and they're fast too, right? They're 170% speed, 140 with 60 damage. Like if I miss the dart on that, I'm probably just dead. So I think again it has to be leap, and I'm not. Like now what? I'm not dead that turn, but I mean, hailstorm hits both. Maybe hailstorm sack. I could put Staff of Cold on to just get more hailstorm power, but I don't think that's great. I think it's spiders. I gotta get stuff in between us. Right? Ugh. Yeah, of course it's immediately gonna destroy it. That's not really a great option. I know they have goodwill, so that's not really an option. It's still 62. I mean, that's that's the only thing that might work. I fucking hope it kills it. Jesus. Well, now I can at least do this, which, all right, it's done being disjunctled. But we're still not in good shape. Like, we kind of need to. Yeah, I know. Oh no, minus potion. We kind of need to kill. We need to kill the knight with this next vamp drain, and then if that gives us a grave claw, we might survive this. So do that. Okay, so that was a good scenario. We didn't get the grave claw. We're down to just boomerangs, basically. The darts, I don't know where they all are. I guess they're all up here, so yeah, they're all over the place. This is the dangerous one, so yeah. Not good still. Still not good. Still can die this turn. Still no options. Still exhausted. got a better chance to hit me than me to hit it. Yeah, I'm just looking for something that's not there. All right, so if I broke Ascetic, what would even... We can't do potions right now, so that's not even an option. The 17 stack is probably Identify. And then maybe like the 7 or the 6 is Teleport. So it would probably be read the ID stack, ID one of these, hope it's Teleport. But that, like, that doesn't do anything for me. The teleport will take too long. I'll be dead. Yeah, punching might be the only out. We can hope for Rue to save us. You know, that's not strategically sound, but it's probably the only thing we can do. Potions, not an option. I think even if we break Ascetic, like, we probably die still. We would have to we'd have to find Blink, I think, in one turn, and then blink away, and then probably blink away again. So that's not gonna happen. I'm not sure how exhaust works, if it's just like a turn timer, if it's like if you have to be out of combat, if you have to be full health. Like, I don't know the conditions for clearing exhaust. Yeah, there's nothing here really. There's nothing doing anymore. It's punch. Nope. Miss, hit. Okay. All right, the punch worked. This is just getting lucky the run. This is so dumb. We're still not safe. Yeah, like, what is it? It's a horrible gamble to take, but what is the option? Like, we're out of everything. Like, I have to do the same thing with this, and luckily it's way less damage, but yeah, still. Punch. It's back to full. Great. I mean, yeah, I'm doing my best. Definitely, I'm trying. It's just not gonna be good enough at some point. I'm not gonna keep getting lucky, you know? But, you know, until then, we keep going. Let's find a dart. Yeah, okay, we got a dart back. That's a big deal. There's the other one. Okay, night. We'll just peep you out. darts. And a Holy Logic down. Okay, that's very bad. 1 Grave Claw. Seems like a dart situation, but it's 43%, so... where are the other ones? Elf 3. Okay, so there's just 2 on this floor. 84% chance to, what, maybe reset? Maybe it doesn't have damage to kill it, but... like, there's no way I can melee it. That's just not gonna happen. So we'll start there. Nope. Nope. Okay. Now very bad. Very bad indeed. 160. And there it is. Okay. One Grave Claw. I mean, maybe Spell Claw. It basically did nothing. I'm just not willing to Apocalypse again because if we can't get rid of the drain, like there's nothing. I could go towards the dart, but that also seems dumb. I probably have to APOC this fucking thing, don't I? That's so annoying. It doesn't like actually paralyze you, right? When it hits you. I think it's fast enough to hit twice and just kill me. So it's definitely a risk to punch it. Ramparts is a bad idea. Punch. Punch. Convulse. Punch. Alright, that's bad. Yeah, I have 10 strength. That's pretty shit. I probably should have put on the prot ring at some point. Okay, so if if I have someone that is willing to code dive into power leap, right, that would, because if it does 15 D3s, right, the minimum is 15 damage, and these things only have 15 health, so it's possible that an offensive power leap could kill it, and I don't deal with drain. I don't die if it kills it. Yeah, if anyone knows how Anyone knows how power leap works exactly? It's saying damage increases with piety in XL. I don't know if that's displayed here. Maybe 15D3 is max at 27. I would like to know, I guess for one, if this damage rating is accurate. For two, like what if it's like unmitigatable damage, or if it's like, you know, if it could be like something like Sandblast that's triple mitigated by AC, because like if it penetrates AC and just like does, you know, true damage, I don't know what the word is, but irresistible damage, you know, I can just leap on this thing and it'll almost definitely die, right? But if it's highly mitigated by armor and I low roll, it won't kill it. And then I'm still next to a Holy Lajatang, which can easily kill me. So really, I'm just trying not to use APOC here because I don't want to do the drain. But like I have to do something. Like I have to use a Rue ability because punching it's not gonna do the trick. Into whiz mode. I don't know. I don't know what, you know, I don't know what whiz mode, like what conditions you would need to set up for it to be like an accurate sim, you know what I mean? It's probably not trivial to like recreate my character exactly and then test it on like different dancing weapons. Yeah, 43% with boomerangs. That's really not good. 18 damage. They have a ton of AC. Okay, if you wanna try that, yeah. I'm just gonna pull up, even though I can't read code, I think this is worth just taking a pause and seeing. Power leap. See if I can find. Cancel harmful move. 18 plus random 2. Okay, that's in Russian. Oh, that's why it's in Russian. That makes sense. Okay, so that's the damage formula, the experience piety. Okay, so I'm just gonna assume then that means the damage displayed in the game is accurate, right? So it should be enough damage. It's just about whether that's like mitigated by AC significantly, I guess. Right, so I imagine it can't miss, right? I imagine it can't be dodged. I'm just wondering if it's mitigated significantly by AC. That's the real sticking point for me. This is like a really I recognize this is a really unreasonable amount of thought to put into which Rue ability to use, but like I don't have anywhere to go to work off drain besides right here. And judging by the layout, this is probably like, you know, the last or second to last enemy in here. No Grave Claw. All right, I'm not gonna waste more time on this. I'm just all right. If you wanna like whiz mode up a Rue character with a +4 Lajatong, and tell me how successful Power Leap is at killing it, that might be good. But basically, if I just Apocalypse, right, I'm not going to keep trying for the Elf 3 vault, I don't think. I think if I Apocalypse, I just go to Depths and get something out of that to get the drain worked off, because it, like, I do think Depths at this point is less dangerous than the Elf 3 end vault, right? So yeah, if you wanna test Power Leap in Wiz mode and find out it's got, like 100% kill rate on Lajatongs or dancing weapons or whatever, then I would just leap on it and hopefully live and just move on. But at this point, I don't know how much time this has been, just thinking about this move, but it feels like too much. Like, some drain is not a death sentence. It's just inconvenient and kind of shuts me out of Elf a little bit. But I really don't want to give up on Ascetic, and it feels like I'm just hitting a wall where I'm gonna have to, because this is like Elf 3 and Hall of Blades has just been such a struggle trying to do it like this. That being said, though, I'm going to be right back. I'm just gonna get some water real quick while you're doing some Wiz mode stuff. Yeah, I'll be back in like 1 minute. Okay, we're back. Do you have any updates, demonstrator? If not, I'm just gonna apocalypse and like just keep going with the run, because this is agonizing over this is just a bit much. No, I totally understand being helpful. Just for me, I would just rather keep, just rather keep going with it. Yeah, I'm just gonna APOC. We'll figure out later if it was solvable with power leap. But it's like it was like the same. I was just getting the same feeling I was getting with. No, sorry, I just ended up APOCing. Like it was the same feeling I was getting messing with my mic and just like spinning my wheels in place over something that's where the decision is pretty, like I just don't have to spend that much time thinking about it. And just the thinking about it that much gives me anxiety, so I just for my own sake, I would just rather APOC and take the drain and keep going. So let's just see if there's any loose crap on Elf 3 that we can snag to clear a little drain. Let's just check up here. Hello, anyone? No. The archer's dead. Okay, so we're back to having disjunction, so that's nice. Let's see if we can't. All right, there's someone. Great. You come over here. Great. 3 health. Let's get back to. I don't want to get surprise banished. Okay, so I could have done power leap. Very good to know for the future. I'll be I very rarely use power leap offensively, so I'm just not. It's not something I really think about or have experience with. Here's those nice ice dragon scales, which may be worth wearing at least at some point. but we'll drop that, take that. And what does that do? Little AC. Casting's worse. Yeah, I don't want to lose all the RF. All right, we'll keep going. Yeah. Yeah, the power leap. Yeah, the power leap could have done it. I definitely, you know, knowing that it was a misplay to bother APOCing. But next time, we'll know. We can do that. For now, just gotta yeah, I've got the Wizmode, I've got the crawl client, you know, downloaded. But why? All right, so it just doesn't want to listen to me. Streamlabs. Yeah, it's definitely a good tool to use. It's just like you go in Wiz mode and do like and question mark and just find whatever you're trying to do, and you know, it's not like particularly esoteric. Here though, I need to deal with both of these, and I can't really get away from it because the Blade Master's fast. So we're gonna do this, and we're gonna see if my ReNe decision was worth anything. May not have been, but yeah, what if? No, he's got too much evasion. But this is where we do that. You have one RC. All right, it's not as bad. Scale mail. Hey, look at that. It was almost easy. Who would have thunk it? Unarmed is probably a better skill to get, but you know. Okay. Oh, he's got Majin Bow. Okay. That's very cool. I wonder how that interacts with ReNe. Like with Fulsome Fusillade, the initial 8 mana is all that cost health, and then like every tick of it afterwards keeps healing you. So it's like insanely strong for sustain just using Majin Bow with Fusillade. I'm interested in how it interacts with ReNe, because you can just keep ReNe going forever, and I don't know if any damage it does is just gonna heal you, but that's cool. Yeah, everything but a lack. Yeah. Yeah, we still got resists. We'll just separate y'all. That's more of that. It might be a bad idea to go back down, so we just won't. We'll try from over here. Okay, we're getting health back. Okay. Right. I do wish this was less laggy, because it says I'm getting dropped frames and keeps complaining that I'm disconnecting, and oh, all right, so he blew himself up. That's cool. Distortion is not great. No Graveclaw still. Yeah, our missile, that's pointless. Well, I mean, what is the option with the distortion, right? You can try that, but it's probably not gonna work. And then what? Like, I can't really kill him at range very well. You're too smart to go on ramparts? Alright, that's fine with me. Yeah, we're not worried about G-Spirit. It's gotta be the slowest Elf 3 of all time. At least for me. They're probably wandering, so I'm just gonna make sure. Okay, there's a bunch of stuff. Shout times 4. Got resists on. This might be a good place to just press forward an APOC and stop fucking around, basically. It's also possible that that's highly foolish, so we'll just try and hedge our bets a little bit. Yeah, this is another nice way to using Kindle, is just every time you get, like, you get one memory, just fire it off, right? If you can find a decent way to do it, at least, because then you're never just sitting on max memories. You're never getting in a situation where it's like, all right, I have three memories, but I only want to cast, you know, one spell. It's like, all right, the other 2 are wasted. No, I meant that. Okay. Again with the arm missile. Yeah, it's just move. Punching. Okay, we're... oh, God. It's like the worst experience. Oh, there's the mark. Okay. Yeah, we're just, you know, whatever. Just backing off. Yeah, sure. Not great, but it is what it is. Okay, that works. We do this. Literally death by 1,000 cuts in this fucking place. Majin Bow is cool. That's a cool pickup. I don't know how or why we would use it, but it's cool to have. Anyone over here? Let's just start as far away as we can. Alright, so they were, I mean, this is the upstairs I used, so I'd assume they'd be around here, but I don't know exactly, oh, hello guys. I don't know exactly how the elf AI works with the vault, but for whatever reason, I feel like they are like drawn back to it. Like they want to occupy the end vault, so even if they get pulled out by a mark, they may migrate back there. No idea how accurate that is. It's just what it feels like. Just the vibe. Yeah, they're a bunch of contrarians. If I want them to do something, they just do the opposite. That makes sense too. I mean, they are pretty difficult in more ways than one. Okay. Absolute piecemeal ridiculousness. At least I'm poison immune, right? Back to one memory, but it's this. Yeah. Anyone else? There's someone. So down, back, smack, smack. Okay, that's fine. Not quite out of time here in Elf, but we're down to 8,000 turns. Which is really not great. There's reflection. I feel like that's worth holding on to. So we'll let go of the scales. This might be anti-archer technology that we can use. And eventually there's got to be no more elves, right? There's got to be a finite number. And we may have reached it. Oh my god. The end fall. Oh my fucking god. What an absolute slog. I never want to do that again. Alright, what can we drop here? We'll just, you know, well, at least the ID'd stuff. We can drop that. Take that. Arcjolt, who cares? Another random. Alright, I don't care about it. Yeah, the roots definitely care. Drop that. +0 rampaging. I think that's worth it, but +2 int. Okay, excellent come up. Really good find. 2 AC, 3 int. Axe manual doesn't matter. Yeah, I think the potions we can just drop with the Rue stuff. Just grab this. Okay. Okay, we have apportation now, that's good. Okay, now we have permafrost for free. Okay, so that's a big deal too. Now we don't have to go back and spend money on that. The +2 boots of stealth, definitely better than +0 rampaging. Acrobat strength amulet. Say I'll just remember it exists, but yeah, like why am I even? Doesn't make sense to hold on to this stuff. We're committed to the aesthetic bit. Oh, it even so it even bypasses AC. Okay, so that's like the exact thing that I wanted it to do. So that's really good to know. That means it's amazing on dancing weapons specifically. So that's exciting. So is lag. I just want another ring of slaying, that's all. Good God. Yeah. That was like 2 hours just to do Elf 3. It's just getting obscene. Got a ton more AC out of it though. 3 more in Majin Bow, which is really nice. I wonder what 52%. So that makes a pretty big difference. That kind of gets Rime Blight. Gets Rime Blight castable. So we'll get there, and then there's more Necro. But now we also have Permafrost. Oh wow, it's only... Okay, it's also 11%, but Rime Blight's 9. Okay. So we have Permafrost in the library now. We've we've got Majin Bow, which is a really good staff. Like that can, you can make a build around that. We can go like high offense melee if we have to. And 24 base, but then we can jack that up to 32. So we'll put this back on. We'll keep resist maxing. Not gonna worry about Rime Blight. We can still always enkindle it, right? No, it's definitely not necessary at all. But it is a useful tool for looking up stuff like that. Okay, and now we can get Tambourine. Okay, so our power level has just shot up pretty significantly. I'm even gonna, we're just gonna drop one of the slaying. I don't need two. We got 4 evocables now. We got some wands. We got Permafrost. We got Majin Bow. So what we can do is like swap to Majin Bow, enkindle Rime Blight, and then potentially just the Rime Blight dot and explosion might heal us, but I would want to test that first before relying on it. Just making sure. Still Ascetic. Has not been easy. And all that's left is depths. So disjunction still. I mean, the will is definitely significant down here. Whatever, we'll just. Okay, we didn't even get a bad entrance. This is very good. Let us. Okay. Interesting. So, immediate abyss portal. Now we don't have to clear depths to try and find the abyss portal. We can just go right in and get the rune and then stop this ascetic bullshit. But let's at least get to that first. Come here. Bunch of nerds. Jesus. Could tambourine, but it's not big enough, and then they. Yeah, I actually like that's probably a bigger priority. I'm just not playing. I refuse to lose at this point. That would be insane. Okay, finally, 15 again. Let's see. Yeah, we might. What's down there? There's trolls, stone giant. Yeah, learning coding just to read crawl stuff is definitely good incentive. Sure would be nice if it was just like transparent, but what can you do? No, I would not be surprised how hard it is, because I literally can never find anything. Like I looked up like RU on the GitHub and just got a bunch of documents in Russian, which makes sense because that would be like the abbreviation for Russian, just being RU. But I don't know where else to look or what to search for. So like I want to know how Power Leap works, but I can't figure it out. Of course we get shafted. Okay. Well, at least we didn't get shafted to the end. So it's not as bad as it could be, right? Yeah, we might as well look. There's nothing around. 2 roots, don't care. I mean, it's just a regen neck. The cloak and the amulet, though, are interesting. +0 cloak, and could be significant. Yeah, the ID'd stuff is not good, but the cloak has potential. Even the hat has potential, and of course they're all in the same fucking spot, and it's one of the lich ones, of course. No, this is one of the worst. This is like the worst vault spawn that you see in Necropolis, or at least that I've seen. Like what are you supposed to do against something this strong? I just don't think it really works. Like even if I blew APOC, right? It's not gonna kill the ghost. Ghost has way too much health. So there's, and without teleport shenanigans, I'm not stealing it and like getting away. Tambourine might do something, but you know, I don't have 10 Evo yet. Yeah, it's bait. It would be really dumb. It would be really dumb to try it. Maybe if the roots are really easy. No, vampire blood prints. No, or no. This is the problem with these things, is that you just get vaults that are, and I get that I'm way underpowered, like I'm skipping half the game to get here, but even when you're not, the vault difficulty is just so wildly variable. And yeah, even if I was a good, even if I was good, it would be a bad idea. And we are not good. So extra bad idea. Okay. Let's do that. Okay, Grave Claw. All right, not great. Can y'all not kill that thing? All right, good. The hatch. Okay, good. I'm glad I didn't take the hatch. But I hope this isn't like a disconnected part of the floor. I suspect it is, and it's like part of a big like center vault thing. And it's probably going to be insanely difficult. So yeah, we're almost definitely going to be better off just going back down and finding another stair. So, you know, whatever. Yeah, I get your repelling missiles. You're very cool. Yeah, this is a lot. It's not a disaster yet, but that's totally where it's headed. And I don't think I can spend any more mana. I would like to have APOC, but well, it takes more than 5 turns to get 1 mana back, so we're looking at, you know, 16 turns to get to 8 mana. I don't know how reasonable that is, but we do have Enkindle. We have to use Enkindle. Yep. Yeah, but see, like, this is just one cast is just gonna do probably most of the work I need it to. Yeah, 6%. Yeah, we'll do 1 Grave Claw. Alright, well, maybe I should get Apport, like, just cuz. I could also get Permafrost, but I think the Evo 10 makes sense with all the evocables we got in Elf. Jesus. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot of stuff. Yeah, that. Probably that, yeah. Already not looking good. Get. Alright, we can not move it. That works too. That's why Tamborine's not good until 10 evo. Yeah, no, not doing that. I mean, APOC just makes sense, right? It's really loud. Yeah, that's just too much. I can't. I can't deal with a Juggernaut simulacrum right next to me. It's not acceptable. It's an ugly thing. Alright, that worked out fine. We are still on 1. We're not going to get shafted. We could get tellied. Really, I just want to make it back to the Abyss portal. Because then I can at least kind of make a decision. If you could... not great. Okay, we made it back. Very nice. Oh, hello. Didn't see you there. So Raga made a good point earlier about Abyss depth. I wonder what influences that. I think probably experience level, but also probably like where you enter from. So I think if you're, or I would think, that if you enter from depths, it would be more likely to put you in lower. Not that that really, like, that's not going to change anything. But if experience is a factor, right, it may be prudent to just go into Abyss and not keep clearing depths, right? Like, I don't know if we might pass some threshold where we get dunked right into Abyss 4 from the beginning, and we would be better off like getting all the experience we can out of depths. Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to say. I wonder though, what does what's our spell failure look like? in scale. Up to 22 on Rime Blight is not bad. 35 in. This would, you know, bring it down to basically nothing. Permafrost 26. Getting Evo to 10. Yeah, I mean, we can at least swap into like casting. Casting Rime Blight reasonably if we want to. I don't know how Abyss. God, I wish the wiki was up. I don't know how the Abyss works, how it decides where to put you. So what I think makes sense is trying to squeeze everything out of depths before going there. If I get serious pushback in depths, then, you know, go to Abyss and hope for the best. But the possibility of like a holy vault for the Abyss rune, really, really bad. So would want to be as prepared for that as possible. Okay, Shrike. That's not something I want to deal with. One hit. Nope. Roots, maybe. Yeah. I didn't mean for this to happen. So this. Everyone get over here, please. All right, did you hear me? Yeah, attack. Okay. Yeah, no ReNe, so that's good. Lot of shit coming. Too much shit coming. He is not the LRD one. Oh, fucking fragile. God damn it. This is bad now. Yeah, very bad. Very not good. And seemingly just in time, we hit 9.5 Evo. So obviously that was calculated. It would be ridiculous to insinuate otherwise. necro, next. This at least feels slightly more manageable than Elf. I don't really know what the big difference is, but it doesn't feel as horrible. Maybe it's just the AC we got. I don't know. Too much. Oh, that's nice. No negative resistance, so vamp draining is going to be useful. Yeah, I guess. Guess we push on. Yeah, we'll go here. Yeah, just, I don't know, abundance of caution, whatever you want to call it. Overkill, maybe. Yeah, probably overkill. But, you know, not going that badly. Okay. So this big ass thing in the middle is going to be excessively dangerous. So to slowly chip away at it. Okay. Okay. This is probably an apocalypse. Yeah, this would be rough on anyone, but a poor level 15. Like, I feel like you get level 15 by the end of layer, and we're just trying to do depths. It's completely out of pocket. It doesn't make any sense. A lich too. Yeah, with Repub it's just APOC. Some Grave Claw. Everyone get on him. Anything I can do? Not really. Yeah, keep going. Oh, that's bad. Well, not that bad. We're undead. it's still not great. Yeah, the Keku Demon jump scare. Yeah, just bursting right through the wall. What even are their resists, right? Okay, no RF or RC, so that's good. The Vitrify is only 3%. We could just start moving up and away from this crap. They're not fast. The Sun Demon is. Oh, it's just gonna keep digging, isn't it? Yeah, you're immune to negative. God, my spells are awful. And like there's no option. These are still the best spells that I could use. There's Permafrost, but yeah, whatever. How about you all just chill? Okay, but if I did have the magic, I would like to see what it would hit. Sucks. Okay. Yeah, there's the stupid bolt that they have. Can't resist it. What is immediately dangerous? I guess that. Not that. That, but it's slow. The Lich in the back might do something. What is that? Just hits that. Roots. Okay. We're still reaping. The Air Mage is not good though. Pretty sure, yeah, that's proper airstrike. So I'm completely out in the open. Let's do this to get stuff around us. Step. Keiko Demon's dead. That was the big one. Step. Okay, and it's confused. Okay, good. We should be able to get out now. And there's a Tango. Exhaust is gone. Okay, so that at least answers, or I think answers that question. Exhaust doesn't seem to be like combat based or getting to max health, right? You can just exhaust and then it falls off over time. So we can do Rue stuff again, but don't think we need to. We could use the Tarantella. Lich. Alright, come with me. Are you... You're not resistant to anything. Alright. I would like max power on Vamp Drain. Like, I guess I just do the whole game with Vamp Drain. That's a really weird character. But yeah, you work with what you got. No memories. Let's try that thing. Right. Still have everything. It's 21%. That's there we go. Now 101. If you take it off, I wonder if the vamp still happens, like if it's attached to the spell, or if it's attached to holding the weapon. So this is maybe not the best time to test it, but 100 health, ReNe and Ramparts were both with Majin Bow, and now it's unequipped, so 101, no, that's just our regular regen. 102, regular regen. Let's put it back on, see if that changes anything. And no. So that answered some questions but raised other ones. Gonna assume that you can't swap off Majin Bow and still get the spell vamp. So I can't like put it on, put an int ring on, cast something, take it off, go back to meleeing. Like I have to commit to the staff, I think. But it also could be the case that it just doesn't work on damage over time effects like Ramparts and ReNe. So when they wound a living foe with it or with a spell. I mean, that doesn't specify that you can't do dot damage, but we'll have to keep experimenting. See if we can't do something clever with it. Okay, hell. It might be 23. It's at 20. Probably because it has vamp and spell vamp. You know, like this might be more, well, because it costs health, but it might be more healing than just Grave Claw or just vampiric draining and spell claw, depending on how much Majin Bow hits for, but it's pretty minor. You're just fire immune, so. There we go. 16, moving on up. 149 health. We're almost not totally weak. Still weak, but not profound. Random books. resist. Okay, we got books. Forgecraft, Bombard, Earth Staff, Armor Manual. Yeah, we're not getting Bombard. It's almost definitely not happening. Still in it. I felt like I wanted to memorize Permafrost, just in case like I get a big stack of memories. Is there any reason not to? Like, none of this. I don't care about any of this. Like, maybe apportation, but I could still get it. Yeah, we'll just take it. It's fine. Okay. No real resists. Storm scales might be useful at some point. Armor's probably worth getting at this point because of the manual, so at least get something there. This is vault of some kind. Side of the vault. Pretty quiet. probably all in the vault. Dispel Undead. Okay, that's... Alright, now I wish I didn't memorize Permafrost, because that is definitely more potent. Like the damage per mana on a single target is crazy. I'll think about it. Are these not even rooms? They're just, it's just hallways connected by doors. That's, alright, whatever. Okay, Pam. On RC. Okay, no door there. Alright, this is bad now. 2%, but I don't want to deal with him being hasted. Two memories. Do have draw out power. There's not much left. Let's do that. There we go. And yeah, Graveclaw. Just do that. Not great options for them, but that's just it's the theme here. Okay. Everything but the vault. Let's come at it from the side near a staircase. Okay, can you just... All right. Anyone else hiding? It's just gonna pop out and be a dick. Oh, and you can see it as you go, so that's great. Oh, they're locked behind doors. Something tells me not to trust that. So remain cautious. Yeah, I don't think they're in a thing. Demon Blade of Infinity. Yeah, that's a lot of stuff. One, two, three. Hello. Love lag. Hey, look at that. They have huge will, yeah, so those aren't options. 3 memories though is really good. So we'll should probably turn the corner down there. Oh. Yeah. Okay. Still not great. That is something. I don't think I should keep going with armor. It's fine, but don't think it's that important. Okay. Okay, dragon. It says I'm dropping a ton of frames. Change your ingest server. None of these worked. Lower your bit rate. Alright, so I guess I'll at some point do that. Let me just check. Bear with me for 1 second. Yeah. Twitch says the bitrate is 6,000. I have it set at 9,000. So we'll drop that down after this and see if it makes a difference. I'm pretty skeptical that it will, but you know. LCS, that's the thing. Crappy plate. something optional. I don't see any reason to go in there. No. But we're surviving depths. We're almost done with it. Still Ascetic. This is what I thought would be the hardest part, but L3 and Vault definitely felt worse. We'll see what Depths 4 is like, though, because this could be a shit show. Yeah, a shit show, just like that. Everything's pretty much alive, though, so... Yep, we do that. I need a little more armor. Okay, this is bad now. I positioned really poorly. I have Enkindle. Don't have Rue abilities. Well, I've got Tambourine too. Okay, so it's not that bad. I guess the real, yeah, the LRD from them is the real danger, but we can do that. Yeah, it shattered me directly. Very rude. Smite targeted, so there's no, nothing I can do about that. Can Sinv, immune to blinding. Full screen range. Not swapping. How is... The will is low. Okay, so charm. How is 54%? It's probably charm. Like I could Enkindle's instant, so I could Enkindle and then Rime Blade or Permafrost. Permafrost should center on the rider. Let me just... No, not that. Will it let me see? No. So if I don't have magic, I can't see the targeting, which is a pain in the ass. Okay, so what makes sense then? Enkindle first. Then I can see the targeting. Okay. That, I think... Yeah, 44 times 2. That's probably going to save me. Or at least be more likely to save me than the Charm Wand. So that's what we'll do. Cool. And then it's going to do one of them. That's not as good. Is there another... there it is, 3d9. Okay. So Tambourine always hits, and it would probably kill both of them, or at least one, because I can't. You know, if it hits the air mage, like I'm just gonna get blown up. Honestly, if it hits any of them, any of the other two can just use one of their smite targeted things on me. So I think it's gotta be tambourine again. But let me just, yeah, that's all full range, so it doesn't really matter. Would it be crazy to try and pull them onto ramparts like that? That might be ridiculous. But I kind of feel ridiculous. Yeah, move my zombies too. Yeah, let's fucking skedaddle. That was a bit much. Back here, zoom good. Yeah. Okay. This back here. Okay, that should be fine. Yeah, this is why I harp on how good Ramparts is, because you see, like, it's carrying like the whole game pretty much. I mean, like, it's Vamp Drain and Frozen Ramparts. Like, that's the build. Like, that's it. So you can do depths with those two spells. Yeah, pretty good. Okay, so now I have another testing point that's pretty safe. So Rime Blight, we'll just get the highest success we can, 9%. All right, so 112, and now I'm just 129. Okay, so that's big. That's very important. Rime Blight damage works with Majin Bow. The heal doesn't work if you take Majin Bow off, but I'm wondering, like, if it, you know, like, if the heal is limited to the 3 targets of the initial cast, or like if you could cast Rime Blight once for 7 health, 7 mana, and then just spread it across a huge fight the whole time, would you just have massive passive healing? Just, yeah, I mean, I'm back to full in like 2 turns, so it yeah, that seems like a good combo to me. You know, what do I know? Rime Blight's garbage, but yeah, we can back off from this. But also, given what we know of Rime Blight now, like, why would we? Because Rime Blight also, I believe, works off screen. So they're still in sight now. Max health, so I can't really test it, but I'm curious if you could actually throw Rime Blade on something and like close a door and just heal back to full as it does damage to them off screen. That's worth figuring out, I think. Also curious about ramparts, so regen 134, 12. Can't tell if I'm getting meleeed. So yeah, I think more necro, more ice. Yeah, jury's out on ramparts, but now we know Majin Buu works with Rime Blight, and seems to continue working on the things it spreads to. So that's a really, really huge amount of healing that you can get. Kind of makes this Ascetic thing a little safer. Yeah, I mean, it's not like it matters, so. Could dip into a Zig, just for laughs. Get hit by a Panlord floor immediately and fucking die. Like a goober. No RC. Do I care that much about being petrified? I don't think so. Or immune though. Alright, I'm not happy about this for whatever reason. Yeah. Yeah, not good. Very out of position. Okay, it's fine now. These fire vuln, they should be. They're bugs. That just makes sense. I think I can. Maybe I can't punch you. How strong are you? 50 damage. What the fuck? Okay, you were much stronger than I anticipated. So we'll just. Hello? Okay, so this is, it's got the second, the unable to see you effect thing. which is why it's like wandering around. That's really, really strong. Yeah, you can't torment me, but you can dispel undead, which is just as bad. And, well, you're not RN immune, so we can just vamp drain. No RC. I don't know if we can outrace it, though, to be honest. We can try, though. Yeah, we could try. Boop. Okay, again. And again. And it's one range, so it is melee. I mean, they melee for 90, so like, what's the difference? Let's do that. Just keep you there. There we go. Alright, we're starting to actually have spells castable. Still in scale mail, but with Majin Bow, the int on Majin Bow, we can basically cast Rime Blight. So we're getting not strong, but we're getting better. Let's try this. Sure. It's Petri, so up we go. Let's try again. Not a great idea, but cool. All right, we're basically an ice mage. We're finally starting to do stuff. Very exciting. Okay, and we are also finally alone, it seems. So we are well, maybe not. I can't trust Streamlabs and Twitch apparently, because they tell me like I've disconnected and I've got 0 viewers, and then I look over and it's not the case. But whatever. So Zot's got to be up to the left. You come here. Come here. Yeah, do I just abandon unarmed and get staves to Mindalay for Majin Bow with Vamp? That seems smarter. 20 versus 23. I mean, it's a completely marginal damage difference. I think at 12 staves it's Mindalay, and it's 0.6. So that's worth considering. Okay. I expected a lot more than that. Oh, this looks to be, I think this is the segmented one with like a draconian of a different color in each section. But I've been wrong like every time I thought I recognized a Vol this run, so based on my track record, it's probably not that. Majimbo does seem like it's worth using over Claws. So we'll just do that now. We're finally a staff caster man. We can keep our resists. We can keep our scale mail. You know, defenses are not that bad, honestly. Oh, and I do have fly, so that's nice. What, oh, it's a ring, yeah. It's one of my rings. Let's see if I am correct. Hey, I think so. So this is ice. I'll just rod you guys. I don't want any trouble. Is Earth the direction to go now? Now that I mean, it'd be so... It's so cheap to get permafrost castable now. But... I don't know. Maybe more defenses. Nah, kind of disrespecting permafrost, honestly. What happened there? Rhyme Drake, yeah. So... what to do with you? Probably a good time for permafrost, honestly. We'll do that and get that going. Come on, kitty. And back away. Back. Smack. Yeah, Graveclaw again. Sure. Okay, close out. All right. Jesus. That's depths. That's elf. Everything is cleared. Nothing was skipped. Well, there's like something on elf 1. Maybe I'll go clear that up. But there's nothing... Look at gold. There's nothing really worth buying. I think maybe the +1 cloak. That's probably worth it. Unironically, the Robe of Folly might be worth getting. Like Robe of Folly with Majin Bow would be kind of funny. But that's really it for stuff to buy. It would be Robe of Folly and cloak. So let's just take a look at it. Put it on the list. How much do I care about 1 AC? A decent amount, I think, actually, considering how bad my options are. We are going to Abyss next, I believe. Yeah, Dungeon, Orc Elf, Depths, and now we get the Abyss rune. And if we do it without using potions or scrolls, as we have not so far, we get the Ascetic bonus. And then we can finally ID all our consumables, start using those in combat, which will make a huge difference. And then we just pop into lair real quick, and then we have to get our Hell rune after that. You know, based on the spells, it's Gehenna. Nothing else really makes sense. You could, because of Robe of Folly, you could argue Tartarus, though, actually. That wouldn't be a bad idea. You know, the will, it just doesn't matter. And if you're in a situation where will just doesn't matter, permanent brilliance on Revenant specifically, and +8 in. I mean, that's absolutely massive offense. And with Majin Bow, be getting a lot of that health back. So it's unironically tempting to get Robe of Folly and go to Tartarus. But I think that's plenty for today. This has been very stressful, especially Elf. There are multiple points where we absolutely should have died. We just got lucky. We had to make gambles and we came out on top, but that doesn't mean we played well. Probably means the opposite, actually. Ideally, you'd never have to gamble. But still living, still Ascetic. Don't know if I'll be back tomorrow, but definitely by Monday, be back at it. And it's pretty much just getting the Abyss rune from here. I imagine it'll be fairly difficult. You know, Depths wasn't that bad. Probably difficulty somewhere between Depths and Elf. I don't know. It depends on the Abyss Vault, honestly. If we get a Holy Abyss Vault, like it could just be a disaster, like a complete disaster. Yeah, and I think we do want to get permafrost more castable. And it's really cheap with earth. So I'm just going to set this to 10. Everything else looks good to me. The armor, we can come back to. I mean, we have good, we have all of our base armor. We're getting half an AC per level, so that might actually be the priority until the manual's out, honestly. I don't think I need more offense via permafrost, right? Kind of getting by really well with Rime Blight, and obviously Earth isn't going to do anything for that. And I think the defense is going to be more impactful in Abyss. Can't think of much else to say now. Definitely doing better than expected by far. I just assumed I would die trying to get this. Still probably will. But looking at Abyss next, then popping into Lair for laughs. And then deciding on a Hell. And maybe based on... maybe if we find like a better spell, if we find out something, I don't know, Ozra Fridge or Polar Vortex or something, Robe of Folly into Tartarus might be more appealing. But also I don't know that there is any or very much CC like will checkers in Gehenna, so Robe of Folly might work in both places. If the wiki was up, I could easily look into what spawns in Gehenna and what their abilities are, but there is also the fact that we have RF on our chest. Could go to the Leather of Resist as well, which just makes casting way easier for us. Does devalue the armor training. Yeah, hard to say. Still plenty of decision points moving forward. Next up, Abyss, but that's been more than enough fun for me for today. So we'll leave it there and get back to it. See y'all next time. Everyone who hung around, especially Demonstrator, Demon. Thanks for hanging out. Especially thanks for the GitHub help and code diving and checking in Wiz mode. That's very much appreciated. So hope you all have a good day. I'll talk to you around the various crawl places in Discord. Take care.